and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Shepherd. If you're new to my channel, I'm 22 years old and I have cortical visual impairment and cerebral palsy, which I'm going to be talking about today. So for those of you who don't know, I was born on December 28, 1998, and when I was born, the umbilical cord got wrapped around my neck, cutting off the oxygen to my brain, causing me to have physical and mental disabilities, which I'm going to go into detail about today. Let's start with CVI, or cortical vision impairment. What this means is that it affects your vision. CVI itself has been around for years, but it's only been known about for the last maybe 20 years. So before those 20 years, people who had CVI got diagnosed with autism. And the reason for this is that the way that we, people with CVI, see the world is very similar to autism. People with CVI find those same situations frustrating and overwhelming for a different reason. For us, it's because there's too much to look at and too much to hear and too much to take in all at once. We don't do well with cluttered, stressful environments. So, for example, when I go to a restaurant, I like to sit with my body facing a wall, and then with me sitting in a booth or a quiet part of the restaurant so I can just focus on the people that I'm with and really hear and see their conversation. I also have right hemiplegia. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it's a type of CVI. It affects the right side of my vision, so I think it's like this side and this side. Like, I can't see out that side. I have gaps in my vision. I also have no peripheral vision, so I can see my hands, but if you look carefully, I'm actually moving my eyes to see what is on different sides of me, rather than actually, being able to see on either side of me. So I also have 360 vision. I know that in America it's called 20/20 vision, and I believe that in New Zealand it's called 6/6 vision or something like that. So what I see is 360, meaning that what a fully sighted person with 6/6 or 20/20 vision can see 60 meters away, I have to be 3 meters away to see what they can see 60 meters away. I also have cerebral palsy, which you probably know about better. People with cerebral palsy are often in wheelchairs or have trouble walking. I myself have right hemiplegia. Most people I know have left hemiplegia, and I think that right hemiplegia is more rare. I am left-handed, so that could have something to do with me having right hemiplegia instead. Lucky for me, it is very mild. This is thanks to going to Conductive Education, where I learned how to crawl and walk. It took me 3 years to learn how to walk, and I had to go through a lot of physical therapy as a child to be able to move my arms and legs and, do stuff with them. As you can see, I can move my right hand pretty well. So, to explain my type of right hemiplegia in terms of it being mild, all that really means is that I just don't have feeling in the right side of my body. That is usually how it works. And for me, it just means that the things that I can feel kind of feel numb, rather than me not being able to feel anything. So obviously I can walk, so I can feel things and move around. But even though it's like all the way down, and that's something that I think a lot of people forget, is that I say, oh, my ear is numb, my hand is numb, my arm is numb, my leg is numb, and people think, oh, it's just your arm, or it's just your leg, or it's your arm and your leg. Like, they don't actually think about the fact that it's everything on my right side, not just some things. It is more affected in my toes and my foot, and in my hand and my fingers especially. I have no fine motor skills in my right hand, meaning I can't really pick up things very well, like plates and bowls and cups, and especially things like knives and forks and pens and pencils. I do well with big things. I'll show you an example right now. A lot of the time with small things, I will pick it up with my left hand and then put it into my right hand. if it's something like a knife or a fork or a pen or a pencil. But if it's a cup, I can hold it in this hand, no problem. I can pick it up with this hand, no problem. So cups and things like that are bigger, I am able to pick up in this hand, no problem. I'm not going to say, hey, when I was born, the umbilical cord got wrapped around my neck, cutting off the oxygen to my brain, causing me to have physical and mental disabilities. Like, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm also not going to say, oh, I have CVI or oh, I have cerebral palsy. What I will say normally when I'm in a situation where I can't see something is I'll say to someone, I'm visually impaired, or I can't see things very well, or I have bad vision. So that is usually what I'll say. Either I have bad vision, I can't see things very well, or I am visually impaired. And that is what I'll tell people when I'm struggling to see something. And I've had a lot of people react to this in both a nice way and a very negative way. Once I'm done telling someone that I'm visually impaired or that I can't see very well, they'll react in two different ways. One, very positively, and two, very rudely. To answer your question about why I don't wear glasses, or if I own glasses and why I'm not wearing them, these are only long distance glasses. That is the purpose of them. That is why I have them, because they help me with my long distance. They have an extremely high prescription because of how bad my vision is. So these glasses only do two things to help me once they're on, and I'm going to show you what they do. So, like I said, my glasses do two things to my vision once they're on. The first thing that they do is make everything I can see enhanced and clearer, meaning that everything looks like it's been drawn out in Sharpie, like those old cameras from the 60s or 70s that had the black line around everything. That is what it looks like with these glasses on. And the second thing that they do is make things that are further away now a lot clearer. Like, it doesn't mean that I can now see things that are further away. It just means that the things that are further away that were blurry to me before are now clearer. So it doesn't make me see more. I am still legally blind with them on, still can't drive a car, but all it's doing is making the things that I can see now a lot clearer, and I can now see them in more detail. So the last thing I want to quickly say is that there is a reason why glasses and contact lenses and laser eye surgery will never ever work for me. If you haven't caught on to this already, there is actually nothing wrong with my eyes. My eyes themselves are fine, except for that long distance issue. They work perfectly. The problem is with my eyesight. My disability is cortical vision impairment, meaning that it's your cerebral cortex or your brain, meaning that it is the connection from my eyes to my brain that has been damaged by the umbilical cord cutting off the oxygen to my brain. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video educational in learning about my disability. If you did, then don't forget to smash it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified every time I upload new videos, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!